his centerpiece was outstanding. Right from the beginning, no chance of being in the team. Made big mistakes on the tasting. Right there, I thought, that's it, it's done. Very dynamic, very motivated. So we have our team. Now it's time to practice. The theme was abstract, but we had to focus.
We wanted something different, we wanted to push boundaries.
They need something there that holds.
Okay.
We had the best experts.
Of course, it undulates a couple of times. Then we have unity between the designs.
Yeah.
If one link in the chain breaks, then you're out of luck.
There were questions about structural difficulties. You're building something out of sugar. Will it hold together?
We may have more opportunity for height.
I think it looks nice this way.
No pain. Let him sweat.
We realized that we were going to have some difficulties.
Baby steps.
We couldn't make enough adjustments in time.
It's always great to go home to France.
We're at the train station. They read our jackets and said, Coupe du Monde, what do Americans know about pastry?
French pastry chefs think they are the only ones that are good at making pastries. I have news for them.
I've done quite a few competitions, and this one has a culture that lives on food.
People here, the chefs are revered as heroes. I mean, they have statues of chefs.
Team had been practicing for 8 months. Checklist had been perfected. Everything should be okay. The night before the competition, they forget a vital piece of equipment. I realized I didn't have the key for the room, so I had to find the person who had the key. Competition started at 6:30. Then I started to scramble. So get the key, go to the place where the equipment was, load it to the taxi, drive the taxi to the competition.
We have a half hour to set up in the morning, so we go to bed that night knowing we have a half hour to set up. And our bus is late, and we show up literally 5 minutes before we need to hit the floor. So we basically took off our coat, they threw them in a locker, and they said go.
And then after that, the team was on their own. Drama is finally over.
Converting from US to European, the plugs are different and the voltage is different.
Yoni plugs in the chocolate melters and boom, blow the fuse. One of the person in charge of the competition comes to him and say, "You blow the fuse one more time, you're eliminated." Wow.
All of our power blew. We ended up taking away a transformer and we had no warmers to melt the chocolate.
Yoni could not use the chocolate melter. And that's a huge problem because the chocolate melter allows you to keep the chocolate at the perfect temperature. If it goes too high, it does not solidify. If it goes too cold, it's too thick. So you have to keep it at the precise temperature.
First time in my life I used an oven to melt chocolate and temper out of an oven, so it was a learning experience.
So the white chocolate which he was planning on using for the flour
It was crystallized from the oven, dried out, so I wasn't able to use it. So I had to base my product all in dark chocolate. The ice for the piece was designed in multiple pieces to be joined together. The only problem is we couldn't find the right components. No dry ice to fuse items with, no cold spray. I wasn't allowed to use a table to cut the things, so I cut them on the floor, and it was very difficult to work in those conditions. And the matter of ice is about speed. So the product was sharp, but still got something out there, but it was basically running through the motions, because you practice it over and over, so you think, this is the way I'm going to work it. I wasn't able to fuse it completely. It hadn't set yet. It's gut-wrenching.
And then after that, he had to ship that piece.
There was no ramp to get the piece into the freezer, so we had to lift up the cart, and a piece broke off.
That wasn't the happiest experience, definitely.
You feel knocked down and you just gotta keep on getting back up. The competition was crazy.
And you're just trying to focus and keep on task.
Sugar piece was the best I've done. It's amazing how every time you do it, it's slightly different. But when I needed to put it on the table, it just really came all together the best I've ever done it.
Ultimately, the sculpture looked too dark throughout, and you couldn't appreciate some of the subtle purples that were sprayed onto the chocolate because there was nothing to contrast them.
Glad that I was able to put a product out, but not to the standard I wish. I know we practiced and the product was a lot sharper, but this time it wasn't as sharp as we wished.
La Belgique. L'Italie. L'équipe vainqueur de la 12e Coupe du Monde de pâtisserie est l'Espagne.
Of course, you always want better. You know, we long for that. A fire burns in you and you want more. So definitely, we're happy we placed well for the next team to carry on the tug. We just want to be stronger. We come back to this, we want to be stronger.
Even think of the fact that the three of us are representing our flag and, you know, against all these other countries, doing a craft that we love. It was cool.
It's hard for me to come back empty-handed because I know that the US can win this competition. I really wanted to make sure that the US would show its true potential, really showing the energy, the motivation, the skill, and the spirit of winning. And I really look forward to the day where we go back and we bring that trophy back to the US.